Hello to you homegirls, what's up? Today we're going to do a fairly quick makeup therapy. I'm going to be starting with the Danessa Myricks water powder serum. I mentioned in my last video that I've been using this instead of my e.l.f. primer, so I decided to pick it back up. Foundation is, no, I'm going to use my darker shade of the About Face. This is D4. It's too dark to put all over my face, but it's not dark enough to be contour for me. So I try, but I fail. But yeah, this makeup therapy is super random. This was my off day and I really just wanted to do something cute. I also really wanted to use these popped into my head out of nowhere. On this channel, we use discontinued things. I really enjoyed this Born to Glow line. I have two shades in the foundation. Neither of them are my shade, but it's a beautiful foundation. That undertone is wrong. It's looking very olive on my skin tone, but the formula is gorgeous. It was not hitting, obviously, so I went back in with the D4 About Face, trying to get a little bit of contour together. Blending everything together. We're going to do base here quickly, and then we'll do my eyes together. Yeah, it was my off day. I wanted to do this look, but I thought I was going to take my twist out for a twist out, but didn't. I also have the concealer in this range as well. One thing NYX is going to do is make an amazing base line and then discontinue it. So don't get too attached to NYX's base products, because I've been through like 2 iterations of base product that I've loved from NYX, and they always discontinue the stuff that I like. I use Juvia's Place Blush Lily for blush, and I did a little bit of brightening with a thread concealer, and I'm setting that with Beauty Bakery's flower powder. This is a really nice powder. It's super finely milled. It's brightening. Awesome powder. To set the deeper parts of my face, I'm going to use this Ulta Beauty. It's a mineral powder foundation. I love the color of it. It's in the shade Deep Cool. To set my blush, I'm going to be using a shade, I'll put it on the screen, from the Danessa Myricks Blooming Romance Groundwork palette. And then to finish everything off, I'm going to use, this is the Sephora Micro Smooth Powder. My shade is in the shade Hazelnut. And then I picked this up during the Sephora sale. It's their translucent mattifying powder. I'm trying to learn how to use it. And then to set, I'm using MAC Stay Over Fix Plus. I did my brows with NYX Lift and Snatch, and one ended up so much darker than the other. You would have seen me do this base. I'm loving it. Yummy base. Let's do the eyes together. I pulled a couple things. I don't like to say what I pulled because sometimes I end up not using everything that I pulled. So what I have in mind is something black pink, which is something I love to do all the time. I'm really in a pink mood. So I turn my Harry Potter off for y'all. I turn my space here off for y'all so that we can do this look together. I'm gonna deepen and do crease work with Danessa Myricks Groundworks. So let's start with defining neutrals. I really wanna, I'm experimenting here with y'all because I typically don't use these groundwork palettes on my eyes. I more so enjoy them kind of as face palettes and on the lips and stuff. But again, you know, use your palettes, use your stuff. All right, I'm gonna take this very dense Eco Tools. It's a precision blending brush, but it's very dense. And I'm gonna start with black, and I'm gonna start with the pomade. I do love this pomade. So I think I'm gonna start with cream stuff and then top it all off with powder. Now this Groundworks formula, when it comes to the eyes, I do think you need to use both in order to get good pigment. That's just me. I assumed that I would be able to get looks off with powders, but I feel like you kind of need both to create that, I don't know, that pigment level. I feel like with cream products, it's best to use dense stuff. I'm gonna use this shade called Chiseled. I know I love grays in my crease. I think it's because of the way that my eyes are hooded. I like to recede my crease back into my head because my hood comes over. So I think that's why I like cool tone. I want to deepen with this gray called Stone, and it already has a little bit of black in it because sometimes I mix them. So I'm gonna grab some. Absolutely. And it's okay if things are looking a little weird because we're gonna go in with powders to redefine. Yeah, these two look really good together. It took me a while to use this because I was like, wow, that looks like ashiness. All right, now let's go in with our powders. I'm gonna take this Bullet brush. It is a smudge brush by BH Cosmetics, and I'm gonna go into the powder black, redefine my black. Perfection. This might work. This is one of my favorite crease brushes. This is the Sigma E36 blending, and I'm gonna go into the Stone powder formula and blend out that black. All right, let's use that Stone to blend the black into the lid as well. I love that. I really do love gray in my crease. These do blend nice. It just really takes, for me on my hooded eyes, it takes some finesse to get them to stay. So I do need the pomade and the powder, and I need a really good gripping base like the one that I used. I used the Ulta matte primer. Okay, so I want a really bright pink lid. For that, we're gonna go into Blooming Romance. I do this frequently. I'm gonna use the shade Crush. I'm gonna take this flat Japanesque concealer brush and press that onto the lid. See, it's a little chunky. You can't see it because of my lights, but I don't know, it's a little difficult to use. Okay, I'm trying not to trip about like that stuff. I don't know if you can see it. Because my eye creases in there anyway. I'm gonna try to smooth it out. This is a really pretty bubblegum pink though. All right, now we're gonna set it with the corresponding powder. Use this Morphe brush, load it onto a flat fluffy brush, and then set. I'm really into cool tone pinks when it starts getting cold out. Don't know why. Cool. That's exactly what I was going for. So I'm just gonna take a piece of paper and wipe off that matte pink. And I'm gonna go into this Pat McGrath Labs Celestial Nirvana. I like the shimmers in this palette more than I like the mattes. So I'm gonna take this pink Eternal Amour. I'm just gonna lay some of that down in between the black and the pink and wherever else I feel like I need it. And I'm tapping it over both colors. This is a cool way to melt high contrast looks together. Why am I in the mood for glitter? I do want to do a little bit of glitter, but I want to do an inner corner liner. I have this really cute pastel dream auto eyeliner from LA Girl. It's in the shade Baby Pink. I'm probably gonna put this in my waterline, but I do have, yeah, this is perfect. This is the Juvia's Place Sweet Pink liner, and I'm gonna do an inner corner liner with this. I'm gonna grab my beloved Sephora number 11 eyeliner brush and kind of try to clean this up. Like this has black on it. Grab a concealer brush instead. Oh, that's so bubblegum. It's insane. So pretty. With this Juvia's Place glitter liquid liner in the shade Unique. Kind of just using it as a topper. To use that pink in the waterline. So nice. You can get these from Five Below or Ulta. Back into defining neutrals for the lower lash line. Take the black on an angled liner brush and hit the outer corners. This one will work from Eco Tools. The powder stone. Smudge that black out. I'm obsessed with that. I'm going to take the black liner a little bit into the inner lower waterline. Just what's left over from me applying it on my lower lash line. Honestly, I think a lash is needed here. I haven't worn a lash in so long, I don't want to, if I'm being honest. All right, y'all, so let me figure out a lash. I'll do lips and then I'll come back for the final look. I'm getting a little better with talking to the camera. Love that for me. I tried to go back into the palette to highlight my brow, and I hated that champagne color that I chose. So what's in this singles palette is a Morphe Hot for Hue palette that I broke down. And I'm just taking a couple shades from the defining neutrals just to define my nose bridge and that inner part of my face. Put on some lashes and some lower lash line mascara. I really love this. And then I went into my glitter palette and I was feeling glitter. And went into some pink glitters, put some in my inner corner and my lower lash line just for a little razzle dazzle. Girl, lips was a disaster. This is a disaster. I threw everything but the kitchen sink at these lips and I ended up hating it. But I wore it anyway. I told y'all I have not been able to put this black lipstick down. I kind of start every lip combo with this black lipstick. It's from LA Colors. And then I went into the Blooming Romance. This is my favorite shade in the palette. I believe that's Allure. And tried to use it as a lipstick, but it was just giving powdered donut, cocaine lips. Like, no. That is a Wet n Wild liquid lipstick in the shade Rubble Rose. It's gorgeous. Kind of started to fix it. And then that is the Juvia's Place lip liner in the shade Espresso. I love that. It almost looks black, but it's not black. It's like such a beautiful deep shade. I love these liners. I talk a lot of junk about these liners, but they come in clutch and the formula is great. Like, they go over product very well and blend out very well. So I take back all the little shots I've thrown at the Juvia's Place lip liners. They're awesome and they retail for $10. You can't beat that. What do I do next? I know I look crazy. That is my favorite pink lip gloss. It's Juvia's Place. I'll put it on the screen. I forget. And then that is a Glam Light, like hyper bright. I don't know why I was trying to go brighter. Pink lip gloss. That is Unearthly lip gloss from Valentine's Day collection. And then I'm going to spray down my face with this NYX matte setting spray. I love the NYX setting sprays. They're my holy grail. This is the final look. In the thumbnail, you'll see better pictures. Like, I look crazy because my hair looks crazy. But this was a very cute look. Yeah, yeah, I love it. I hope you enjoyed this super quick makeup therapy. I've been doing a lot of neutral looks, even though this is pretty neutral. Giving Frosty Snow Bunny, Bubblegum Snow Bunny. Absolutely love. I love doing pink and a dark outer corner. Love y'all. Bye.